what are your quick thoughts on the game last Saturday, and where do you think this team stands right now?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a really tough game offensively. They came out with a very good plan. Were very prepared for us, and they played a very tough game. They were physical the whole game, fought to the very end. So I'm proud of our effort as a team. We did some really good things. We fought the whole game, and came out with the W. So I'm happy with the effort of the team. I'm happy that we came through and got the win.
Coach Davis just told us that in a way, the offensive side kind of came up a little short on some of the goals. And obviously, Miami made it very difficult for you guys to run the other day. So, when you see this during a game, how do you respond? Does it make you work a little harder, or do you really do a lot of in-game changes to get things moving in the right direction?
Oh yeah, every game we make adjustments as the game's going on. We always have a plan coming into the game, but obviously there's small things that we have to change. Then also with the physicality and the fundamentals, we always have to harp in on those no matter what the game is. So nothing really different than any other game. Just making sure that we focused in on all the fundamentals that we were taught, and just played with the physical effort that we were taught to do. So that's pretty much it. That's all the adjustments that we made during the game.
Sure. So is it, what's it like playing in a game like that where it's just a little bit harder to get the job done, especially among the running backs?
Yeah, I mean, those are the games that we live for. I mean, you don't want an easy game every time. You want to be able to have a challenge and overcome it. I feel like the challenging games and the ones that we had to overcome a little bit of adversity, those are the good ones. Those are the greater wins than something that's just an easy dub. And so I'm glad that we had a game like that to test our toughness and our mental agility to be able to overcome some of the mishaps that we had or the shortcomings. And I'm glad that we got the W and got to learn from the things as well. So it was a win-win situation.
How do you feel about your own play right now at running back?
I feel like I can improve on a lot of things. Obviously, there's room to improve for everything. My fundamentals with blocking, when I have the ball, trying to make the first guy miss, at least. I feel like those are the main two things. And being a little bit more physical. I feel like I should have been a little bit more physical last game. That kind of wasn't me. But I'm gonna try to turn it back up this next game and play like I want to play how I want to play.
And how about, what was the reaction after Christian got off those two huge runs? It was the product of tremendous blocking, not only by the line, but also by the backs.
Yes, sir. It was a great team effort that play. Started on the front line, of course, and then Jacoby had a really good block on the second touchdown. I think he let the first guy go out because he was scraping all the way on and then blocked the other guy that was coming through. And it was a really good block by him and great effort by the team. And that was a really good momentum booster for the team and helped us stay on track. 1 and 3 play drives, those are not like us, but we always love to have the big plays. So it was a good play.
What's it like being out there and, you're not getting the ball 30 times a game. I know you're out there not getting the ball at times. You got to do your blocking assignments, but, how do you stay sharp? How do you get it done when your number is called?
It comes down to preparation. So we practice with the ball in practice. It's not like we only block in practice as well. Like we're always working on what we need to work on so that when the time does come that we get the ball, we make the most of our opportunity. And that's credit to Coach Wall and all the other coaches that make sure we don't stray away from what we need to do during practice, like just making sure that we stay on track and stay focused. So when we get the ball, it's just really the preparation that comes from practice.
And what do you think about hitting the road for a game? I know over the years, the cadets have said, hey, it's great to be able to get off post and play, but road games are kind of tough because it changes your whole procedures and things like that. So what do you think about hitting the road for the second time this year?
It's been a long stretch of home games, so it's going to be kind of an adjustment. But to be a great team, you have to be able to win on the road. So I'm embracing the challenge with open hands, open arms, and I'm excited for this challenge. And I feel like it's going to be a good test for us. And Ball State looks like a really good team, a really tough physical team. So it's going to be a challenge, and I'm ready for it.
Thank you, Brandon.
Brandon, hi, Ken Kraetzer, SALRadio. Looking a little bit at Ball State on their defense, I've got a couple of fifth-year seniors that have played, really have got 4.5 years of experience. And then, they've got I see a defensive lineman, Javian Woodard, with 4.5 sacks already. What has stood out so far with the Ball State defense?
Yeah, they are a very physical team as I'm looking at the film. They're in the MAC. I feel like every MAC team you play has been very physical, so I expect nothing less from them. They look pretty athletic. They look big, so it's going to be a challenge, just like Miami was. Same conference, probably the same playing style. So they look very, very tough, very disciplined, and very physical. So it's going to be a challenge, and we're getting prepared for it every day as we speak.
Just ask you, this week we understand Christian Anderson is day-to-day. So Coach Davis is saying a number of quarterbacks are getting reps this week. How is it when you have to work with a different quarterback? It seems like you've built the offense really about flexibility with a number of quarterbacks that could go in and play. How is it for you?
Yeah, I heard you said like I have to work with them. It's more like I get to work with them. It's a great group of people, great group of quarterbacks, and it doesn't feel like really anything changes when a new quarterback gets in. All of them work on the same fundamentals, and they all really harp in on them. And we harp in on our fundamentals as slots as well to hit the same landmarks every play, just to do the same things. So I feel like it's not really much of a difference. It's just a great group of quarterbacks, and I'm glad to work with them. It's a really good experience to be able to work with those people.
Absolutely. Just a quick thought on how school's going for you, balancing a game week when you have to travel and schoolwork and the military duties that you have to do every day.
Oh yeah, that's pretty tough during the season. Having to leave on Fridays, miss some days of school, kind of missing some of the company things that go on military wise. It's a tough process, but we have a big support system here, and we get a lot of help. So and at the end of the day, we all end up getting through it. And sorry about that. And we all end up getting through it. And the challenge is very rewarding at the end of the day. So
hey, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Brandon, last week we were talking about how the quarterbacks have, trying to get them all uniform as far as the way they take the snap, the way they pitch the ball. You, as a person who was on the receiving end of the pitches, do you find that most of the pitches are very similar, or do each of the quarterbacks have just a little bit of, maybe a curveball in there or something?
I mean, there's a little difference in everybody. Everybody's human, so everybody's not going to be a machine. Everybody's not going to be perfect. Everybody's not going to do the same exact thing. But generally, it's really the same thing. Like when you're running, going that fast, you're not going to tell much of a difference between if it's curving a little bit or if it's more like a duck or more like a rotating ball when they pitch the ball. So like it's pretty much the same thing. And they work on it every day and really harp on those type of fundamentals. So I don't tell much of a difference between each quarterback.
Do you have a lot of respect for the way they handle that task and how they have to deliver the ball technically sound?
Yes, they have to do a lot. They have to think about a lot. They have to it's I don't know how they do it, honestly. It's a crazy job that they have to do. So I respect them to the max. And I'm glad, like I said before, I'm glad to be able to work with these group of people. They're very humble and very hardworking and productive. So it's a great group of guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.